wanted to talk to you today. Again, we're following on the theme of different house appliances. Why don't we go for the washing machine? Either in the basement or on the first floor. Some people have it up on the second floor. My son's washing machine is up on his second floor, up with the bedrooms, which is actually kind of neat. It can't be more convenient, can it? Although it can be very devastating if you have a water leak somewhere. You've got several floors for it to drop down and create some problems. But you never are trucking those clothes down from top stairs to the first floor to the basement. So that's good. The point is, first right off the bat, wash machine, you have water hoses. Those water hoses have a certain life. I'm sorry, but they do. And at times they will go, they will fail, and they never pick a good time to do that. This is something that will happen, and there's nothing we can do about it. What I do want to point out is we can help you with that. That would be, depending on your policy, that would be a claim that we can file and take care of the damages that were caused, that were the result of that hose going and running for whatever period of time. Some people do, and I think it's a good practice, is that if they're going to go away on vacation, they turn the hot and the cold water spigots off that feed the hoses to the back of the washing machine. Now everything's secured. You can't have that issue go on. But if you've gone away for the weekend or you've just gone out for the day and that hose bursts shortly after you leave in the morning and it gets to run for a majority of the day, 8 hours or more, that could be quite a bit of water that you can have build up there, and that can cause quite a bit of damage. And that's where we come in. As public adjusters, we can come in. We will do what's called a field scoping. We will confirm with your policy that you indeed do have the coverage. Pictures will be taken, and we will then set up a game plan. We work up an estimate, put together what needs to be replaced, what that labor is going to be to replace it. We have a final number. We'll interact with the insurance adjuster, work out something that would be fair to you, and at the end of that, there would be a settlement. The insurance company cuts a check, and everybody's happy. Guys, if you fall into this situation, the other thing that happens too, I moved on too quick here. The hoses don't go, but sometimes there's a transmission that drives the belt, that drives the drum. Well, there's a pump. The transmission won't leak water. That doesn't see water, but the pump does. And that pump can go. If you have some O-rings or some seals in there, something happens where it fails, and as it wants to pump, it's actually going to just pump into under the floor, inside the metal cavity. Well, that pump pumps into the drum. That drum has a system to it where there's a weight that it sees X amount of water, and once it gets to that level, there's an automatic shutoff. Well, I have seen, and I've had a claim where somebody did just that. They put their detergent, they were filling it, they put their clothes in, put the lid down, so that meant that once that got to that level, that was going to shut that off, but the timer, part of the mechanism, would tell it then to move forward, which would start the agitation and start washing the clothes, right? Start to clean them. Well, this thing, it never happened. The water filled up, and then just started coming out of the top with the lid down. And it wasn't for several hours before they went down thinking that, okay, I'm going to have to transfer them into the dryer now. Well, catching them off guard, they were very surprised to see that it ended up they had a basement with a couple of inches of water in there now. And it was a finished basement, so they had carpeting, they had nice furniture that had gotten wet. There was a nice curio cabinet. There were all sorts of things there, that ended up getting damaged. So there's where we came in. We took inventory, put together a game plan, interact with the insurance adjuster, and got a nice check for the homeowner for them to move forward. Again, that happen that way, but you also have the situation where the pump can go. So the point is, when you're doing your laundry, maybe you don't want to gather or wander too far away from that during that procedure. If you hear it shut off, then you can say, okay, I'll deal with that later. I need to go run some errands. Although, if you're going to do that, it makes perfect sense. Go down, grab the clothes, put it in the dryer, and they can be drying while you're out running errands. But however you choose to want to do things is your business. I'm just letting you know that there are certain issues that could take place while you're still there when it's running, and it's better that you are there, that you can come in and check it right away and try to prevent it, any further damage, rather than taking off and coming back later. Guys, this is the end of our 3-part series of dishwashers, refrigerators, and washing machines. I hope that this strikes a chord with you. Please talk to other folks about this. Make sure that you practice simple inspection. Check your water hoses. If those hoses have been on there for 9-10 years, chances are they're starting to get some wear and tear. For the investment of the minimal amount of money, I'm not going to quote you what it is. I'm not quite sure. I'm thinking it might be like $20. But, for a $20 investment to save you a lot of heartache down the road, well worth it. Well worth the investment, But look into these things. Again, it's my job to educate. I'm trying to bring information out to you, to share stories that I've actually been witness to of different circumstances that take place in the home. And for me to relay these to you and for you to learn from them. That's the whole point. Guys, I appreciate you listening. Please give me one of these. You don't have to give me one of those. Share this. Subscribe to my page. I appreciate all the support I get each and every week. Thank you, guys, and God bless you.